For Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea Football Club lose consecutive games. Lost again without scoring a goal, and we have a big problem, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We have a problem. We have several. We have a lot of problems, but we have a big problem. Against Manchester City, we sort of missed the ability to play out of the press, someone to carry the ball through the into the half spaces, through the middle third of the pitch. Fair enough, that's functional, that's midfield, complete domination, suppression by the opposition, one issue. And I'm having Vietnam flashbacks with my eyes rolling in the back of my head with this game I've just watched against Juventus, losing 1-0. Rolling back the years. Juventus at the old lady playing Catenaccio football. The fans loving it. The defenders loving it. You got players like Chiellini at the end making blocks, defending and screaming after he makes a block. And why not? Why not? You play Catenaccio doorbolt football, as they call it, and you have a moment of magic, a lovely finish from Chiesa, a player that I said we need to worry about when people were talking about Dybala and Morata not being available in this game. Huge problems. We're going to look at the lineups. We're going to talk about the game and performance, but the problem is, we've got this super striker who, by the way, feasted on Italian football. He scored a goal against Juventus in Serie A. This guy knows what he's doing, and we can't play the ball into him. Romelu Lukaku had one opportunity when he could really skin and turn Bonucci, which he did, and he skied it. Well, he didn't sky. He shot a little bit over the crossbar. It was a good chance, and, a good moment from Lukaku. But we're not playing to his strengths. Thomas Tuchel recently said, we got to change how we play to his strengths. We're going to have a look, guys. That's a long initial rant that I needed to get off my chest. Try and cheer me up, please, by dropping a like on the video. And hey, if you're new or if you're a returning visitor who's yet to subscribe, you're welcome here, friend. Just drop a sub and join the Football Therapy family. You're all welcome, friends. Alright, let's have a look at this pain then. Away, a 1-0 loss away at the old lady isn't the end of the world, by the way. A point would have been a good result, like I've been recently saying. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so this is how we ended the game. A 3-5-2. Chalobah was actually in the midfield with these boys before Barkley came on. But the starting lineup was a 3-4-3 with Alonso at left wing back, Azpilicueta at right wing back, Thiago Silva and Rudiger. Sorry, wait, was he? Who was right wing back? It was a back three of, Andreas Christensen. You can't see him there, but Andreas Christensen, Thiago Silva, and Rudiger, Azpi right wing back, Alonso left wing back, who was complete buttocks, by the way. A midfield two of Jorginho and Kovacic, like predicted, I said. And then it was Lukaku flanked by Ziyech and Havertz, which I was feeling not too awful about until I watched them play football. Maybe a little bit harsh on Havertz with a couple of chances. And, he's a young lad, he's a young player. Oh my god, this was so painful. And the game was calling out for Loftus-Cheek and Hudson-Odoi, ball carriers, dribblers, because Juventus defended deep. The first half was just us dominating, not really getting much out of it, and Juve breaking with a couple of chances. And then 11 seconds into the second half, Chiesa scores that goal. Lovely finish, but still, we've fallen asleep, mate. Oh my giddy aunt. She's all over the gaff at the moment watching that football. My poor giddy aunt. Look, Alonso was butthole, and he's been slipping down into butthole status for a while now. Yes, he has great moments. Yes, he has great games, but we know beyond great goal scoring ability and sometimes good defending, there is a pulsating butthole performance that surfaced today. And it's been surfacing recently. We just knew it was coming, and it would have been nice to see. I think lots of people were calling for Chilwell to start. I didn't think Chilwell coming on would be the solution, but clearly Tuchel did. He obviously had a yellow card as well, Alonso, from pushing Cuadrado. It was just poor. I think this might be the beginning of the end of Alonso for this season, and Chilwell coming in. Chilwell was a half-time sub. He was a half-time sub when it was still 0-0. So Tuchel, he loves a half-time sub. It was still 0-0. 11 seconds in, they score a goal. It's one of those things that, attention drops. But when you do that against this team, against this Juventus, away at the Old Lady, with the fans in the stadium, some of them at least, backing their team to defend, with amazing defenders like Bonucci, Locatelli, Chiellini, De Ligt, for ruddy else sake. Do you know what I mean? So they were always going to defend that lead well, which they did. And about the hour mark, Tuchel saw enough, and he brought on most of Cobham. So before this kickoff, right, there was the first time in 24 years since Chelsea had fielded a team without any Englishmen, and within 15 minutes into the second half, he'd already brought on 4 Englishmen. Not that means anything, because they didn't do anything well. I'm just saying it's trivia, isn't it? From not having any to 4 being brought on pretty almost at once. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Trevor Chalobah and Ruben Loftus-Cheek all come on, which makes sense. Trevor Chalobah to offer different dynamism as a sort of defensive player, and then you have ball carriers and dribblers in Cho and RLC. Rudiger gets booked, and pretty much there we get more and more desperate. We bring on Ross Barkley away in the Champions League, and all bets are off at that point. I mean, no disrespect to him. There is a half-decent player in there, and who knows, maybe this was his moment to do something. But it wasn't. I don't know why Mendy's got a low rating here. I don't know what he's done wrong, really. I don't know if he should have saved that goal. But yeah, 5-4-1, Moise Keane comes on, Weston McKennie comes on, Kulusevski comes on, and obviously Chiellini comes on at the end to see it out for the final 7 or 8 minutes. And the whole defensive line did pretty well for Juventus, and Chelsea just couldn't break them down. We've got the likes of Ziyech. Ziyech had a really good 4 minutes in the game, relatively shortly before he came off. For 4 minutes, he was turning over possession, and he made a few good passes. And it was wow, this is dynamic, game-changing 4 minutes from Ziyech. And didn't change the game, and that was it. For the rest of the game, he was very poor. I was surprised to see Jorginho come off, but I guess it was he wants to change the dynamic in the midfield. He wants ball carriers. I mean, if you look across here, Barkley, Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek, Hudson-Odoi, they're all ball carriers, they're all dribblers. And that's what you want. He's look, if we're going to have all the ball here, if Juventus are genuinely going to concede the entirety of possession to us, we can't pass them. We need to literally walk into this box. And we're going to use, Kovacic, Barkley, Loftus-Cheek, Hudson-Odoi to do that. Havertz is, of course, a dribbler as well. Probably could have done with Pulisic in this game. More dribblers. And, we didn't really do anything. Lukaku did alright. Just absolutely, completely starved of service, Romelu Lukaku. Juventus deserve their win. Shout out for doing what they do best, defending. They've been not great recently. They were out 2 goal scorers, so of course they're going to defend a 1-goal lead. And why wouldn't they? Of course. So, fair play to Juventus. Chelsea have an issue here. We can't... I mean, the Man City thing, I'm not worried about, because they really played well. They really played well, Manchester City. And I think Tuchel will learn from that tactically. I'm not too sure that's the biggest issue. But this is an issue. Teams that will defend leads against Chelsea like that and be happy to defend leads, and we just don't know what to do, especially when we've got tools. We've got good tools here. Thomas Tuchel is a world-class coach. He needs to... He made a team in Chelsea that's horrible to play against. And we are in many ways. But now... we need to play against teams that are horrible to play against. Do you know what I mean? We need to play to Lukaku's strengths. We need to have players close to him to play, to have. It's all very well having space in behind where Lukaku can run into, where Havertz, Werner, Mason Mount, whoever can run into space. Wingbacks, superb. But in this instance, we need to play to the byline and come back, wriggle around, get close to him, not just pass in front of them. It's the story of 1,000 pointless passes. And you know what? I've seen this story before at Chelsea. I know how it ends, okay? We need to find a way to break down this stubborn Catenaccio defence, or any defence. And Lukaku's going to cut a frustrated figure. He would have fancied himself to score against this Juventus side. and he wasn't given the opportunity to do that. He had one decent chance where he turned Bonucci, and he needed more chances than that. I mean, he's an elite striker. Elite strikers need one or two. Do you know what I mean? Frustrating, friends. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Drop a like. Consider subscribing. You're all welcome. I hope to see you soon. If you can, try and enjoy the football. Peace.